welcome to the Cowboy Way. Stoked to have you on the program. This program is the heart and soul of what I do. I do everything, every single bit of programming is done by me personally. Put a lot of effort into this, and I try to give you guys as much of a direct line to me for any comments, concerns, questions, scaling options. Anything you may need is really designed for you guys to be able to reach me super easily. So on the app, which we will go through here in a second, once you have you're all signed up and you got your app downloaded, you can go into the message department and you can message me directly on there. I also give everybody my cell phone number, which in case you don't have it already is 775-690-8743. You're always welcome to shoot me a call or a text and ask me any questions that way. But as far as our training goes, we have a lot of training. If you're doing the full Cowboy Way program, we have quite a bit of training each day. So what I like to think about is you have to prioritize how your body's feeling first and foremost. So there's quite a bit of work that's gonna be done, and I want you guys to really be honest with yourself on how you are feeling. The things that you prioritize. Number one, accessory work. That shit's in there for a reason. So make sure when you guys see that accessory work, whether that's the bicep curls and landmine press or X-band walk and clamshells, whatever, that accessory work is incredibly important. It's something that I really screwed up with in the beginning of my career, is I thought that, you know, I was too cool for school and I ignored a lot of that. And then as my career progressed, that's something I really took seriously, and it made a massive difference. The next thing, no matter who you are, CrossFit is an aerobic sport. So that low intensity aerobic stuff that you see on Thursdays, that is absolutely crucial. Do the low intensity aerobic work. If you don't have a heart rate monitor, get one. If you need help purchasing one, 20% of all of our revenue, which is growing all the time, is going back to you guys. So if you need a heart rate monitor and you can't quite shell out the cash for one, shoot me a message and I'll see if I can hook you up with one. But that's really, really important. Don't skip that. The stretching, I always have every day, there's mobility work in there based on what we've done through that day. And that's obviously, that's a guideline, but if something is feeling like, hey, you know, instead of this stretch, this one seems like it would be better for me, absolutely you can, you know, personalize that as you need. But that is a good starting point. If you have no idea what you should be stretching, I try to do a really good job of keeping that well-rounded and covering the bases as far as our mobility work goes. So that's pretty much the main parts about that. Everything else I have outlined really well as far as how you should scale things in the actual work itself. If I miss something, that's when you reach out and text me or give me a message on the Train Heroic, and I'll clarify. You know, I try to get back to you as fast as possible, but shoot me on the Train Heroic app or a text, and I'll really try to clear that up for you ASAP. Now, I'm gonna get into the back end, so I'm gonna switch to a screen recording and go through the app with you. So hang tight. Okay guys, so here is our main screen. I'm gonna go to this Friday and I'm gonna show you how we start the session, how to view your training, all of that. So right now, you can see each piece. You see the warm-up, you can see the strength, you can see the Metcon, all of that fun stuff, okay? But there's no videos in there, you can't record your results. All you have to do to start that is hit start session, okay? And this is, I'm recording a different day, so yours, if you choose to do a different day, you can move the session over, but I'm just gonna say no thanks for here, because I am gonna do this later. It asks you some questions. This is for you, so it logs all this stuff. If you wanna skip it, you can absolutely skip it, but I like to fill all this stuff out because it takes 2 seconds. So I slept fucking great, so I'm gonna hit a 5. My mood, great. Energy, shit, I'm amped up. Stress, not much, not too bad. Soreness, just a little bit. All right, now I'm in the real fun. So here, if there's something you don't know and you see there's one little video, if you click on that video, it opens it up and it will show you. And I've gone through and I've recorded like 250 of these goddamn videos. So there's a million of them that's growing all the time. Just like everything, I've gotten better as I've practiced. So you'll notice that some of those videos are a little rocky in the beginning, and then some of them are pretty good and recent, but I'm sure I'll always improve on those. But I really wanted to make sure they were all me. The cool thing about all these videos is they're all extremely short and to the point. You don't have to hear the backstory of some guy and why his cat's hairless and how he had to take him to the vet on Tuesday before you learn what a hollow rock is. So that's cool. On this stuff, you can just mark as completed. Okay, so I just hit mark as completed and it'll walk through there. The next little bit, this is into the strict press. So it's just walking you through. I'm just swiping to the right. This will walk you through. This is where you record. When I have this sets and reps, this is for my log. This is not going to go on a leaderboard. So, okay, if I say this is supposed to be a 1 rep max and I did 1 rep and then I did 200 pounds, that would be a PR, so wishful thinking. Then I can log it from there. And I just hit log and it saves it. Now, oh, fuck. I'm going to go back. Delete. Okay, let's not do that. Log 0 pounds, not a 1 rep max. I don't know what it is. Anyways, now if we're into a day that has multiple sets, and so right now it says 1 set of of reps and pounds. Let's say we had multiple sets, like 6 sets. When I go in to put in the reps, if I did 1 rep every time, and I said, okay, I did 1 rep, I can autofill, and it will go all the way down that whole line and autofill every single rep, so you don't have to do it a million times. Same thing in the weight. If you did 6 sets of 1 single at 155 pounds, you just put in 155 pounds here, and then, and then you autofill 155, and it'll autofill every single block, so you don't have to do that. Now, in the notes, this exercise note, this is for you in strict press that will come up in your history. So you can put in like, hey, was feeling weird, my shoulder wasn't feeling great, so it didn't go so well today, or this was my first time strict pressing in a long time, or whatever you want. That's all for you. Okay. Now if you click this blue button that says for weight, if it has a leaderboard, it will have this little trophy. You can click on that and then you can put in your weight, whatever you did, and then holy shit, that's a lot of weight, and then you can hit log and it will save that to the leaderboard. Okay, so then once we'll get to the leaderboard section, then you can see that there. Actually, let's go back. Let's not go back. Let's go over here. Okay, so same thing. This blowtorch, we've done this. This is a retest. So it pulled up my last performance. So as you go through, you can see my last performance here in my personal record. So as I do this, it shows me before I started the day, hey, the last time you did this, you got 10 rounds. When we are recording our stuff, it's honestly not the best system for recording rounds and reps. It doesn't let us do rounds and reps in this app. It just says rounds. So what I try to do is I use rounds as the main number, and then for the decimal, I do reps. So if I did 10 rounds and 5 reps, I go 10.05, 10 rounds and 5 reps. If I did 10 rounds and 20 reps, I'd do 10.20. Okay, and that's how I try to do that. It's not perfect, but that's how we're going for it, and that's how you'll do it in the leaderboard here as well. 10 rounds and 5 reps is 10.05, and that's how I go through that. Okay, and it's honestly, this isn't the end of the world. It's just the leaderboard here. The main place where I like to, here's a great spot where I can do the autofill. So let's just say this is doing 8 sets of 2 reps using 75% or more. So in this section, not every weight is probably going to be the same. So I can say, okay, I did 2 reps at 225, and then I did 2 reps at 230, and then let's say I did every other set 2 reps at 240. Then I would go 2 reps, autofill. And now I'm going to go 240. Whoa. There we go. Autofill. And it would fill out all the sets underneath of it as that for the snatch. Okay. So that's how you can do that really effectively. Same thing with mobility. There's a million videos on these. So I just click that video button and it pulls up all of the YouTube videos. Now we get into the recording your results. So I'm going to hit done training. Now, in this section, this is incredibly important. This is where I really put all of my notes. So here I'm going to say, all right, strict press. Jesus Christ. Strict press went, I can't type. Went great. PR 200 pounds. Okay, and then I'll say Metcon, let's just say that it didn't go so good. I can put in notes for me or whatever. I can say Metcon felt a little tough. Jesus. Felt a little tough. Got the same score. Ten rounds plus 5 reps with the RX version. Wow. Maybe I should take a typing course after this. Okay, cool. Now, if here, let's say you did something different. So let's say you did, 10 rounds, but did box dips instead of ring dips. This is where I want you guys to really break down exactly what you did so that when we look back, if we do this again or I reference this workout, you can look back at this date and all of these notes will come up, okay? And then snatches went good, did 225, 230, and then 240 for the rest. Okay, that's totally cool. So I got all my stuff throughout the entire day. All my daily notes are going to go in here. If I do not hit share with coach and team, then only you and me, so you as athlete and Sean Sweeney, me as a coach, can see your notes. If you say share with coach and team, now your notes become public. So they goes up into the comment section. Okay, so if you don't want people to see what you did in all these notes, then do not select that button. If you do want them to see it, then check mark that button and hit finish session. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete all of this because I'm actually going to do this workout this Friday and it's going to be great. And I hope I PR my strict press, and if I get the same, I'm going to be a little pissed on the Metcon. I think I can do better. So now I'm going to go back to training. And I'm going to come back out of this. I'm going to go to a day that has some comments here. So this is the comments exactly like Clint just did. He said, okay, a split jerk went this, echo bike, all of that jazz go there. I put in my results. Some days people we have a lot of comments. Some days we don't have very many. Clint, you're the only one commenting this time. What the hell? So with the more of you guys, we're just getting a bunch more people in the program. With more of you guys coming on, we should have more and more comments here telling you guys what you did. And I think that just keeps it really fun, especially for people who train alone. So that's the leaderboard. You can go in, you can see 1 week in advance. So every night or every Friday, I post the training for the next week. So right now there is no training for next week because today is Thursday, so I can't swipe over and see this next week because I'll publish that on Friday. So every Friday by midnight on Friday I will have the following week set up and you can look ahead to see that. What else? There's notifications here. You can see all of the stuff that it goes. You can go into notification settings and change those if you don't want those coming in or however that works. This is my back end. You guys can't see that. If you want to shoot me or somebody a message, all you do is go into this message icon, search for people. You can shoot me a message directly or Hesse or whoever the hell you want, or you can go into the team. And when I go into the team and I go into Cowboy Way, now I'm messaging everybody on this big message board for the entire Cowboy Way. Okay? And then you guys can like and reply and whatever the hell you want. That's all for you. All right? That's the most on this app. Go ahead, and then in here you have your profile. It kind of gives you some run through of how your training's been, what you've been doing. That definitely is kind of cool if you're into that. Other than that, if you guys got questions, feel free to